Hey, Facebook, YouTube, thanks a lot for joining in this show. Let's just give a couple of minutes for people to join. We have with us Vivek, Bharadwaj, Hemant, Deepak, Hrishikesh, and Bhavana here. Shashwant have just joined in, so that's really great. Vivek has got a lot of people in this show. Let's see how far and what's his plan. So Vivek, I will hand it over to you. As you know, we do this every Monday. I'll be looking down because I have these guys down to me. So all these questions at that time, I would be looking down. I have Instagram, which I'll be looking on this side. So it's all a mixed match of everything. So whatever questions you have with regards to career, make sure you ask it in the comment section, and then we will take it from there, right? Not now. There is these guys who have come and joined in the show. I would give them priority first, and then we will move into that questions, right? Vivek, I will slowly hand it over to you. Now it's your call. Go ahead, shoot.
Yeah. So hi guys. So myself Vivek Chaudhary. So today we are again here for our second podcast with Mr.Deek. So today we are going to talk all about positive career. So we need a lot of people who are doing people who are getting into the job or who are just getting into stuff, but somehow they are just stuck due to some reasons in their life. Maybe like when you compare yourself with others, or maybe some family issues, maybe or some personal issues. So every answer you get it from your past, like whatever you're going to discuss. So all as I have learned from Deek sir. So I've been in touch with him since 3 years, and everything is going fine till there. And even this month also is really helping out. So like if I'm here just because of this positive mind is also the reason I'm taking this initiative to come up to pick up a lot of people who are suffering from the same. So your mindset is everything. So I request everyone who have joined today, who have taken this initiative, who have just shown the interest. Ask any doubt, whatever you want. Don't feel like if you ask this, what people will think. People will always think if you don't ask this. So you're going to be going to make the biggest mistake if you don't ask any doubt. So this may give you a very positive vibes or at least a mindset. If you believe in you, as I quoted, if you believe in yourself, then only people are going to believe you. Otherwise, no one is going to believe you. Yeah. So let's hand over to the other people. Right. So we can start from Bharadwaj from his questions. Whatever the questions we are having, Bharadwaj, we can just ask them out, maybe 10 number or whatever. So Mr. Deek can also there to that. You can go ahead.
Yeah, so this is much more revolving around positive career. So I will just give a quick introduction of whoever is there. We have Vivek, we have Bharadwaj, we have Hemant, we have Shashwant, Deepak, and Hrishikesh here. Hopefully, more people would join with time or without time. We'll just wait and see what happens there, right? So I would like to everyone, whoever has any questions, feel free to ask us in the comments column. Yes, Hrishikesh is there with all his hair. That's good to know.
Sorry, I was having some network issues.
No issues, man. Every issue is something for us to learn. So make sure you learn from that, right? As humans, we all make mistakes. That's okay. But make sure we don't repeat it. Then we become animals again, right? So go ahead. I will leave it on to you guys.
Hello, everyone. Good evening. I am Hemant. I am currently studying in VIT University. Now I'm in 5th year. Actually, I'm doing integrated course. Yeah, I love data science. I'm very much interested in data science. As Vivek Chaudhary is my mentor, now he's giving session.
You can just go with the doubts that you are having related to your life. Maybe where you are stucking up, or
let's just shoot the questions first, right? And then that's what Vivek was thinking about. Great. So whatever, shoot. Who wants to start first?
So the main motive is to you guys to come up with your questions, the thing which makes you stop to do anything, or maybe you should do whatever. Right. So because if you come up, you're not getting the job. So maybe there will be some other reasons why you're not getting it. So you have to figure out those questions and come up with those. So that will really help out other people who can't come up with the front desk to ask. It can help out a lot of people to your Q&A.
Go ahead.
Yeah. As my first question, while now I'm attending my placements, many companies is coming. Like while attending my first round, I'm shortlisting to the second round. Some of the companies, but some things will be went wrong. Then if sometimes I won't be able to good on giving some I mean some interviews. Like I'm always rejecting. Like I think 5 to 10 companies rejected. Some to like 5 to 10 companies rejected. So I'm always demotivating myself. Like while in morning, I think I will be on a good day and I will study more and more. Then while come to off of day, then I will demotivate myself. Then I will stop study and I will overthink about tomorrow's what will happen next day, and I mean like that. Yeah.
Okay. So first thing is, Hemant, what you got to find out here is why are you not getting through the placements? Because somewhere around you're saying 5, 6 companies have come, and somewhere around you're not getting through due to various reasons. That could be various other reasons also. So what you need to find out is that what is the problem with me, and what is the actual problem which is stopping me to get through these placements, because there's very many reasons. Now, first thing, when I listen to you talk to me, there is a problem which you are thinking about. So you're thinking something, what I want to say, you're processing it, and then you're releasing it out. So what happens is that when you're processing a lot of things onto your head, it will start pausing your speech, right? You will start like, you can say, oh, I want to this, then something like that, like this, like that. So we don't know what is your like this, like that, and like this, like that, right? So what you need to do understand is that first you got to frame your speech very well. Frame your speech in the sense means, like, for that you really need to know who you are and what you truly are and what your issues are, right? When you say like this, like that, people will think that you're not clear. People will think that you're not focused. People will think that you don't have a very clear view about yourself. So if you don't have a clear view of yourself, what will the company feel? How can we be very clear or a right employee for my job? So that is just a feedback which I want to give you as how you actually shared me the information. First, you had good information. Slowly, like this, like that, like that, like this. We don't want to hear like this, like that. We specifically want to know what your problem is, right? So, how do you do that? You need clarity. You're saying you have a lot of overthinking issues. Overthinking issues is basically happens because you have a lot of free time. When you have a lot of free time, you're going to overthink, right? And that is one main reason why people have thinking issues, right? So how do I remove overthinking? Is to get busy. When you run around the ground, when you have some free time, do you think when you're running? No. When you go in front of the nature, when you see the greatest mountain, or you're on the beach. Have you been to beach, Hemant?
Yeah.
Beach, yes.
Yes.
Okay, in the beach, just think of your beach experience. When you're in the beach, do you think about anything else? You're completely forget, because you have the waves, you have that sand, you have the sunlight. When all that comes together, I'm telling you, your overthinking stops then and there, because you get busy, you get involved, you enjoy, all your 5 senses are involved. But when you're sitting in that room, when you see these 4 walls left and right, and that also white in color, long time, then I say, hey, yeah, it's so blank, let me start thinking. But on the same place, if you're busy, your overthinking stops. Now, back to the interview again. There's many reasons why you're not getting this interview. One is the mode of communication. If you're not communicating right, then there's a problem. Second secret, which I told this secret 1 month ago to a girl. She went on try out the secret and she got her job, right? The secret is go in such an attitude that you're willing to lose the job. Don't go into attitude that I want this job, I want this job, I want this job. When you're in that attitude of, I want this job, there are chances that you will make mistakes. There are chances that your fear will build up. There are chances when that fear builds up, your communication pattern starts to split up. So go with this attitude in such that I'm going to do my best. If they like me or if they don't like me or whatever the case is, I'm going to do my best. I know I'm the best person for that company. When you go with that attitude, that energy gets filled or experienced by those people, right? So that's the other side of it. Now, the next thing what you have to do is obviously how you look, what you wear, that is important, right? How you present yourself and various other things. That is interview basics at the end of the day. But the last thing what you need to do is, don't think that, no, the last thing I would better say the other point, you should have complete investigation of the organization. If you don't have complete investigation of the organization, you can never say how you're the right candidate for that person, right? So when most people say, Infosys have come, let me go and see what happens. Let me go for the interview and give it a try. If you go with that attitude, you're just going just like that, they will kick you just like that also, right? So your thing is Infosys. What are the new projects? What projects they're going to do? What's the future plan? What needs to be done? What is their future projects? Can I be the best candidate for the future project? So you have to have so much of knowledge about that organization that when they start talking about one point, you can completely open up in front of them. Did that make sense?
Yeah.
Go ahead. Yeah. Any other in your answers? Did I miss anything? Or now you understand what's your actual problem now?
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah. Okay. Then if you got it, then my job is done.
Yeah, right? I have another question.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I always compare myself with others, like some seniors, some juniors, while doing some projects, while learning something.
Okay. So let me tell you about comparison. Okay. Comparison only happens when there is a second person. Okay. If you're sitting all alone in an island, there is no comparison. Right? You are the best, you are the king, and you are the greatest which can ever form. This comparison happens when there's a second person. The funniest part of comparison, previously I was talking to Bharadwaj on this also. The funniest part in comparison is every time you compare yourself to someone else, the funniest part is they'll be always doing better than you. You try it. You check anyone. Whoever you're comparing is always doing better than you. And you know why they're better than you? You know why they're better than you? Half the day you're thinking about them. Like, for example, this senior is there. He's always a topper, right? In your mind, you're saying, this person is a topper, this person is a topper, this person is a topper, right? That's what you normally compare, right? I'm like this, this person is a topper. What are you indirectly telling? This person is a topper, this person is a topper, this person is a topper. So what have your prayers are going to him to be a topper? So every time you compare, the other person does well. Every time you compare, the other person gets your energy transferred to them. So what you need to do is that compare yourself from yesterday to today. Compare yourself yesterday to today means yesterday I was waking up at 7 o'clock. Tomorrow I will wake up at 6:45 or 6:55. After 1 month, I will make it 6:45. After 1 month, I will make it 6:30. That is where you grow, not comparing someone else. And then again, when you have a lot of free time, your mind will start thinking, who do I pick? Who do I pick? Who do I pick? It'll pick someone, right? So when you start doing it from that point of view, your mind will get cleared off. You're focused on yours. So if I'm a 70-mark student, your focus should be, how do I make it 75? Next semester, how do I make it 85? Next semester, how do I make it 90? Not looking at someone 100. The other problem with comparison is that you only compare one point of that person's life, not the whole point. Like the biggest joke I always take is Salman Khan's example. Everyone wants to be Salman Khan. Why? Because of the fame, because of the name. But are you ready to stay single? Then you can be Salman Khan, right? Are you ready to stay, kill a couple of animals and kill a couple of people on the streets, go to the jail? Then you can be Salman Khan. So what you're doing is you're just comparing your Salman Khan's fame with just one
point,
which is fame. So when you're comparing someone's life, see his whole life and compare that, and then work it up the other way, right? Then you know the whole truth. There are some students, sir, he's always getting 100, I'm only getting 90. I say, like, go and see in his home every day he's getting beatings from his mother, and that is why he's getting 100. Your mother is loving you, so you are much more better off than that other guy who's getting beatings every day, right? As a great saying goes, when you change the way how you look at things, the things that you look at begins to change. So what you're seeing when you're comparing yourself, you're seeing only one point of that person. See their whole life and then compare your life. Then you know you are a much more luckier person than the other person. There are many people with a lot of money, but no family. There's many people who have made tons of money, but no health. There's many people who have a very fit body, very, very, strong, big, with all muscles, but physically they're not fit. So don't compare their body and go after the body where you're going to destroy your physical fitness just because you want to make that body which that person has no value and he's like, and no money at all, right? So make sure you compare the complete person, how he lived, what his life is, what he wants to do, and then do it. And the other thing I always tell people is that if you want to compare once. Study their whole story. After 1 month, after study, it should be only Hemant's story. No more other people's story. Because every time you think about someone else, your energies transfers and your prayer goes there, and then you will think why they are doing better. This transfer. Does that make sense?
Yeah, yes.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I have another.
Okay, yeah, who is this? Let's take one at a time.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, Iman, go ahead.
Yes, hello.
Yeah. As
Hello,
we
sir.
know,
Yes.
hey,
see,
okay,
hold on. See, I'll tell you something. When the mic is open, just talk. Someone will lead with time. Than waiting, should I talk or should he talk? Should I talk? Should he talk? In future, the world is going to go virtual, right? And when it goes in virtual, just talk. The other person will stay quiet. That is how you take the edge over the group. Start. Who wants to go next?
Hello, sir. Rishikesh here.
Yeah.
Yeah, so sir, like I was having the same kind of problem because like it's currently the placement season is going on, and like lot of my batchmates are getting jobs and PPOs. So I was like kind of worried about my future career and that comparison scale tipped off. So like how to deal with the pressure from batchmates, like which is building in my mind.
See, when you think, this is a similar question what Hemant has asked, right?
Yeah.
Always think that you're sitting all alone in your own island. Let people do whatever they want. They have their lifestyle, they have their things to do. But your point here is that why can't I be what I'm supposed to do to be worth for that job? The question is you got to ask yourself, not they are doing it. Why am I not getting it? What is my limitations? What do I need to grow about? What is the other things I need to work on? And that should be your focus. Because focusing on other people, you will feel bad. And the funniest part is every time you compare, you degrade yourself mentally. When you're saying a guy has a good hair, indirectly you're saying that I don't have a good hair. When you say that he's a topper, indirectly you're saying that I'm not a topper. When he says that he's getting a job, indirectly you're saying that I'm not going to get a job. So the point here is what do I need to do to get a job? What do I need to do to get the right hair? What do I need to get physically fit? That should be your focus. And when you start focusing that, you're comparing yourself to yourself on a daily basis. And when you start that daily basis comparison, you won't have time to think about everything else. After working on yourself, once in a while, look, where do I stand? Who's my competition? Who's my, okay, I've understood these are the strategies going on, full stop, then work. Right? And when you start doing that, you should be only worried about your life and not other people's life. Not yesterday, I do this Call Me Deek show, right? And a guy was really worried that all his friends has gone to Canada, and because of this COVID situation, he had to do online classes, and he was just scratching his head, man, they are all having online class, they are all enjoying there, and I'm sitting here. So you know what I told him? I would say you're more lucky. You have your mother making food for you. You have your own home, most comfortable home right now. You're completely guarded by your dad. You can study overtime because your mom is going to feed you food. And you have all this thing completely made up for you. And you're looking at that guy who's working in a petrol station and doing his education with COVID fear, no one to talk to, completely new lifestyle. Who's better off? Then he's crashed. Oh, yeah, I said, yeah, man, I am lucky here. Right? So what you need to understand is that stop comparing yourself, because you're only going to feel bad with time. But then if you're not improving, then obviously you're wasting your time and everyone else's time. So the question here is that, am I improving or not? Right? Now, just a counter question is coming from Syed, right? Let me pick that question. So Syed is asking, can we compare with great personalities? I mean, not comparison, but qualities inbuilt in us. Again, I told before also is that you can always remember something. When you compare, problem with comparison is sometimes with great personalities, you sometimes move from comparison to fan followership. So Bharadwaj, this is what I was talking before. When you compare, and when you go in the fan followership, your energy gets transferred. You slowly become a copycat of that celebrity. And then slowly you try to be that person, which means you're killing your identity to be someone else. A copycat will always remain a copycat, right? The cat and copycat, the cat will always be there with your life also. But then, do you want to be a copycat or be a dog? That is a question which you need to ask yourself. Famous celebrities or personality, study them for one whole year if you want to, or one whole month if you want to, after close that personality's book. Because once you know the story, you don't need to read it. But what people do, no, I will follow him on YouTube. I will follow him on social media. I will follow him every year. He's going to US. Yeah, if he big personality go to US, what is going to happen to your life? He's going to US, you are in India only. Right? So the point here is compare once and then close their book and then start your own book, which is self-growth, and keep growing. After 5 years, then okay, look at who's the next person who I need to idolize to. Study him for 1 month and close his book and then go after hard on life. Right? I hope I've completely cleared all your doubts on comparing with people. And the other thing can be, one more thing I always tell people is that a personality has become that personality because he had a lot of experiences and he has become that personality. Don't see his final product. Understand what he has gone through. Understand what sacrifices he has done. This is like, again, Salman Khan's story, right? I want to be Salman Khan because of name and fame, but then I can't kill people, or I can't stay single, and I can't kill a couple of animals, and I can't go to jail. Then you can't be Salman Khan, right? So when you're comparing personalities, don't go and compare personalities out your field. You need to compare people within your field. So if you're all data mining people, one example, okay, now Vivek is mentoring Hirshesh or Hemant, right? So you have to learn from him. But then don't follow Vivek. Understand, sir, this is what it is. Understand this whole concept about what he's trying to teach you. Understand that and then go on. What happens is if you go after celebrities, what happens is that people are trying to learn how to fish by looking at celebrities. Once you understand how to fish, why do you have to follow your mentor again? I hope I've made complete sense to your questions.
Yeah, right? I have 3 questions for you.
Okay, Bharadwaj has 3 questions. Let's see.
Yeah, as today is Friendship Day, I want to start with friends.
Okay.
See, at a certain point of time, some people get really close to, like so close that without them, like we can't spend a day. And uh, after some time, they start avoiding us of us for any reason. It might be. Then we get depressed, and we want to be with them, or that's a whole scenario. It get created.
So my question here is it friend or more girlfriend, boyfriend, or
No,
do I call it friend?
it doesn't matter actually.
It doesn't
Even
matter.
a
We're just
friend,
staying very close friend.
yeah, a close friend.
Okay. So let me give you an example, right? What I tell people is that I know today's Friendship Day is really great. I thought it was 2 days ago. Internationally, it's 2 days ago. Today, it's actually in India. So I didn't realize that. So that's why I put a Friendship Day article on my Instagram saying that your greatest friend is your heart. Everyone else is just for time's sake, they're just your friend. Let me give you a definition, my definition of friendship. Okay? Friendship is when two people come together where there's mutual benefit for both parties so that both grows towards the whichever way they have to go. Whichever way they have to go. That is friendship. It is temporary. They come for a certain time to give you the boost, to give that groupism, to give that mutual boost to the whole system. That is good friendship. Everything else for me is not friendship, right? Now, let me talk a little about everything else. You have a friend coming in, whoever comes in, see if your life is going up or down. If it is going down, it's not good friendship, which means if it's going down means that friend comes, you're having this bad behaviors building up, your studies is going down, and various other things which is happening, then be careful, that's not the right friendship. The other thing what you're going to understand is you have one person, which is you, and you have 5 friends which you're getting into. So think you're a glass of white water, right? Clear water. The other friends is filled up with black water. What can happen is that when you go into that friendship, chances are all these water gets mixed up and everyone have a similar color and similar type of water. So if you are hanging around with people who are drinking, chances are you will get into drinking. If you are going to be in the chance of smokers, you will get into smoking. If you are divorced, you'll end up divorced, right? So that's how that friendship also works when you're talking about a group. Now, next thing, coming back to your question, is when you over-attach with a certain friend. My concept is do everything because you love doing and full stop. Don't expect anything in return. Do everything because you love doing, full stop, and don't expect anything in return. When you don't expect anything in return, no one can control your emotion. I do all my sessions free of charge. I do completely just purely giving back to the community. I don't care how many people are listening. I don't care how many people are viewing. As long as one person listens to me, I'm going to talk. Can you control my emotions?
No.
You can't. Right? So I'm in complete control of my emotions. But then what happens? Oh, only 10 people are watching. Oh, only 20 people are watching. Oh, I'm expecting this audience to watch me. I'm not here after the audience. I'm just here. One person is listening. I'm talking. Right? So same thing with friendship. I'm there as a good friend, trying to help my friend, full stop. I don't want anything back in return. I'm just being a good friend. At the end of the day, I always tell one thing. When you go back, or whatever religion you believe in, when you leave this world, whoever you're going to meet, God or universe or whatever it is, non-believer, whatever you are, at the end of the day, you will be asked one question. Were you a good friend? Were you a good son? Were you a good father? Were you a good mother? Were you a good wife? Were you a good husband? That will be the only. They won't ask what your friend did for you. They will never ask what your wife did for you. Did you do it right? If you have done the best to your friendship, full stop. It doesn't matter. I don't want anything back. I'm just doing my role towards that friendship. Full stop. When you start doing that, you are in control here, right? But then what happens is now many people tell me, sir, it's human nature, no, to expect. Then you can also, they'll hurt your feelings. They will leave you. You'll get betrayed. Oh, I did all this for you. If you love what you're doing, it's not that I did all this. I did because I love doing it, full stop. Why you want to understand that I did all this? Even sometimes I, even tell to mothers, I've done sessions for all age groups. Love your child. Don't expect that the child is going to save you at the old age. Save money enough so that you can stay and be self-happy. Right? Many parents are there, they put tons of money on their children. And after that, obviously children won't look back. Oh, I did all that. Who told you to do all this for you? Right? So what you need to do here is that stop expecting. Now, trusting, that's the other thing of friendship, which many people misunderstand. Trust only your mother, father, brother, sister until marriage. Brother, sister until marriage. After marriage, the trust will break. Chances are there. Children's until marriage, husband and wife, trust. So mother, father, husband, wife, trust 100%. Brother, sister until marriage, children's until marriage. After that, there is chance the trust will break. Every other person will always leave you when time comes or their surrounding changes. As I always tell, when there is a financial crisis within your friend, that friend can always turn into a robber, because for him, his family satisfaction is more important than a friend's satisfaction. I hope, Bharadwaj, I've answered all the doubts with that regards.
Yeah. Another 2 questions for you.
Yeah. No, did I answer the question?
Yeah.
That's clear?
Yeah. You answered
Okay.
it.
Perfect. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I was talking about depression.
Depression. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yes. Yeah. These days it's common, like people tell that they are in depression and they don't know the reason for that. Why this happens, and
Okay.
there should be a reason, right, for feeling sad.
Let me talk about depression. If you go and look at the dictionary, the meaning of depression is sitting at a sad state. Okay? Meaning of depression is sitting at a sad state. Now, sitting at the sad state means anything wrong happens to your life, you will feel bad about it. Agreed? But what happens is that when you feel bad about it, you go and search Google what depression meaning is. 99% you will lead to clinical depression and not that depression with the English dictionary. So the medical field was very smart to use clinical depression and remove clinical and put depression as the main target. So most people will lead into clinical depression. Only 1%, or I don't know the clear percentage, but what I'm just giving you as for comparison's sake, only 1% of the people have really clinical depression who really can't talk. If you can talk to me properly, no one is depressed, right? But then what happens? The marketing is so strong, right? It's like, long time ago, people say that you should reduce fat so that you are fit. But now they're saying that you need to eat good fats and you have to remove the bad fats, right? So what you're trying to do here is and this big concept of mental health, right? I don't agree. I've talked to many kids who have told them and made them understand that, guys, don't go after Google, because when you go and search Google, you lead to clinical depression. And the first point is that you tend to overthink a lot, right? When you have free time, you're going to overthink. For example, main reason of depression in the current youth, 60% or 70% of the reason is breakup issue. Girlfriend left me, boyfriend left me, I don't know what to do, I'm feeling all alone, and this is what the problem is. Now, why this actually happens is the girlfriend left or the boyfriend left due to whatever reason it is. But then what happens is that what I tell about depression is like holding on to fire. You're not supposed to hold on to some things. And when you start holding on to that certain things, you slowly build up an irritation. You slowly build up a suppression, slowly build up a non-worthiness. For example, a boy left you, right? A girl is there, a boy left you. Slowly you'll tend to blame that person. He left, he cheated me. Slowly, when you can't get that fire, you will say that, maybe the problem is with me. Then you will start thinking. Slowly your mind will go. Slowly, long-term thinking, your sleep will go. That is the first symptom of depression. Slowly, if you don't have proper sleep, your body diet will go. That is the second symptom of depression. And then slowly you will believe that you have depression. That is when you're truly depressed. When you believe that you're depressed, no one in the world can save you. Right? But what happens here is it's completely created. No baby is born depressed. Right? No baby is born depressed. They are on their own world. But then why we go and be depressed with, oh, you can't manage sadness? You think no sadness, now the problem here right now, I don't want to say it. Okay, yes, let me say it in a public forum. A person who is shy, you know what do mental health people tell them? They have social anxiety disorder. Yeah, he's a shy guy. He's an introvert. Why put a tag of social anxiety disorder? Right? No, I know it's coming. I have social anxiety disorder. Sir, what am I supposed to? Doctor saying that. I was like, are you okay to talk to your mother? Are you okay to talk to your father? Are you okay to talk to your cousins? Okay, then your only problem is that your new people are coming, you're feeling worried about it. Now, if you know how to manage new people, would you have any issues? Right? So there's many words like that, right? So every introvert is stamped as, so what you're trying to do is an introvert is pitched to be an extrovert, an extrovert is pitched to be an introvert. That is the beauty of life, right? I always tell this to people. It's like the best example I tell is every person with a straight hair wants to have a curly hair wants a straight hair, dark person wants to be fair person wants to be tanned, fat person wants to be thin wants to be fat. You're always marketing about opposite. I'm telling you, you'll get depressed with time.
Yes.
But the point here is that the truth is hidden in marketing. The truth is hidden on that. For me, I've talked to so many kids, got them out of medication, got them out of things, because the problem here is the main issue is with the environment. If the environment is not fixed, depression cannot be fixed. Now, some people tell me that, okay, when you take the medication, your mental imbalance will be correct. That is how depression is cured. My simple question. If your mind is already okay and you take in medication, what happens to the balanced mind? That gets imbalanced. That is why you might lead to real depression. Right?
Yes.
So this is the general overview about depression from my point of view. But whoever can talk straight to me one-on-one, no one can depressed. But then suddenly you go like wacky, like, what crap is this? Okay, then I do, okay, there's some issue here. But then if you can talk to a person straight one-on-one, depression will occur. It is just the problem of you don't know how to manage the problem which has hit you. I told you Bharadwaj before, right? People are going after things. The problem is here. My mother is not loving me. That could be your depression problem. But you go after this guy to hook up to get that love. So what happens? She didn't get the mother's love. She goes after this guy. The guy breaks up. She's short of love. When she's short of love, what does the mind say? Oh, you don't have love. You're not worth it. You know, you're not made for love. And ta 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 ta. What am I supposed to do about me? I sound very empty. Is it my weakness? Google depression. Oh, clinical depression. Oh, it goes around that circle, right? So that's the beauty of depression. And the funniest part is no one can prove by logical or practical aspects you have depression. It's all told by symptoms. And with the mind, you can create any symptoms what you can create. Right? With mind, you can create, oh, I have this, oh, I saw this, oh, I'm not feeling this one, you can create a lot of things, right? That's just my point of view about depression. I can be wrong. But whoever I talked to started saying that I'm depressed. The first question I ask you, who told you that you're depressed? No, sir, Google, I searched, I'm depressed. I said, oh, really? Doctor didn't tell you, huh? Okay, let's start. And that is how the communication goes on and take it from there, right? So, I hope, Bharadwaj, I've cleared your doubt with that regards.
Yes.
Okay.
Another question. I'm really sorry to take a lot of time, but
So
you might have heard about.
Always remember something. meet me once, clear all your doubts, and then forget me, right? So make sure you clear out, ask it and clear it off, and feel free, right? Go ahead.
Yeah, we all know about Sushant Singh Rajput, right?
Yes, Sushant Singh. I was waiting when he's going to come to the story. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah. What I think is he achieved what he wants in his life. He had fame, he had money, he had like everything he wants in his life, and but still he committed suicide. Like as we all know, he committed suicide. If it's something else, we cannot say anything about that. But if it is true that he committed suicide, like what else? Like what's the purpose of life? Is it it's not money, it's not fame, it's not like anything else. Like what is it? What's the purpose of life?
Okay, so you want to talk about Sushant or purpose of life?
Even after having everything, he was not satisfied. Like that's what,
right? I'll tell you something. That's a very good question. But the purpose of life is growth. And the purpose of life is complete growth is 5 main aspects, which is relationship, education, health, finance, and love. These are the 5 things which will actually drive you towards that positive which you're looking for. For example, some people go, 90% of people go after money. They go completely after money. They lose their relationships. They lose their health. After they're 60, they realize that I don't have anyone to share this money with. I've lost all my friends because I'm so desperate going after money. Don't you think he will end up depressed or suicide?
Yeah, definitely.
Right? So what can happen is that there is this 5 aspects. As I said, everyone has 4 or 5 problems in life. Without solving that, you go and try to do other stuffs. To suppress that, it will never get suppressed. It will build up with time, right? But the best example, you know that Runner. Which movie was that? Which Farhan Akhtar acted? The Runners. Milka Singh. Yeah, Milka Singh. Yeah. You saw the movie? Yeah, Baag Milka. You've seen that movie?
I don't watch movies.
You don't watch movies? No. Perfect. You're a good man. Okay. Right. So, okay, forget it. His story. Okay, I don't want to take his story. Then forget it. What you have seen only that is worth it to understand. You have some issues in the past. You have some family issues in your childhood. That is kept within your heart. You run after something success. You run after money. You run after various other things. It is never ever going to complete you. So whatever you achieve, that incompleteness of my mother's love not there, or my father's love not there, or someone making fun of one scar on my face. If you don't overtake that or move out of it, when you have achieved all this, I always tell people, don't try to be something with anger to prove your parents wrong. Don't do something to prove your parents wrong with anger, because once happened is after you proved your parents, then no motivation. Right? Many people is that I will prove them that I'm going to get $1 million. After getting $1 million, you will see him dipping because his drive is negative. Right? So what can happen here is this, I really don't know. As I said, I don't, like, you don't watch movies. I don't watch the news that much. Right? Because some people ask me, like after Sushant passed away, the first question he asked one kid, I said, I'm a big fan of, what do you think about Sushant, and what's your point of view about his death? My first question I asked him, like, how are you related to Sushant? Your brother? Your uncle? Your nephew? You're the nephew? So you have no relationship, but he's gone. Why you have to get so bothered about it at the end of the day? Right? So many people are dying like that. He has passed away. It's his time for him to go. So he has taken that method or whichever method to move out of this world. It's as simple as that. We fighting, you discussing, you thinking, yes, let the truth come out. If it is really suicide or murder or whatever it is, many things will be talked about. At the end of the day, all your energies are getting transferred to that news. All your energy is getting transferred to those things at the end of the day. So make sure you limit that, because at the end of the day, if you Now what happens? Now I'll tell you the biggest issue with Sushant's news. There is a lot of indication to the word called suicide. I'm telling you, just that news, the concept, people listen, will lead a lot of other people to suicide also. Because they think that's the shortcut, right? Because they think that that's the way I can get away from this life. Okay, you can get away from this life. No one knows what the future is holding on if you leave this world on your own will. Right? So, did I answer your question, Bharadwaj?
Yes.
I did, right? Okay, fine. If I did answer your question, then my job is done, right? If not, then you can counter me also. Take my question. One second now? There's one person who's really hitting me with a question here. Syed, so tell me about commitments. How to continue work for a long time, whether it is studying or anything else. Guys, you're always committed to eat your lunch, dinner, breakfast every day throughout your life with no block onto that. You're completely committed for that. If it's your birthday party or your birthday today, I'm telling you, you're committed to celebrate it every year on that day because you feel special on that day. So same way, if you're so committed about your lunch break, or same way if you're committed to have your dinner or celebrate your birthday, same way you will be committed to do whatever you are studying or whatever you're doing because you should know the value behind it. I always tell people, only if you know why you are studying, you will have the interest of studies and you will have the commitment to study. If you don't know why you're studying, which is 80% of the kids, what they do is, oh, my mother, father is studying, I'm studying. Everyone is studying. If you're comparing to everyone is studying, I'm also studying. Let's see where the world goes. If you go with that attitude, there is no commitment. Right? I hope, Saeed, I've answered the question. Go ahead, Bharadwaj.
Hello.
I've answered all my questions.
Yes, Rishikesh has come. Yeah.
Sir, I have a question.
Yeah. Yes, Deepak.
Yes, sir. I said that how can handle the family pressure, sir? They for something do in an earlier age because recently in last month I get married with one of my beloved, but I have planned to love after 2 to 3 years, but they family pressure get to love married within a month. Yeah, that's I want to just know how can I handle out that things. I am enough is not ready to married.
No.
They are my beloved ones, but even I am not ready to love married. But my parents is pressure me to married within a 1 month or 2 months. You have to decide, or if you are not married with the girls, I can be married with another girls.
Okay.
Then how can I handle that?
So my question here is that is your girl ready to marry now? Is your
yeah,
girl...
my dad is ready.
No, if your girl is ready?
Yeah, girl is ready. They are my beloved. We are relation in last 2 to 3 years.
Okay, so the girl is ready, your parents is ready, her parents is ready, the only person you are not ready.
Yeah, because I want to settle my career first.
After marrying also, why you have issues with, see, Deepak, the problem here is that is your parents have, how old are you now?
A 25 year.
You're 25 years. So what happens is that somewhere around your parents have a certain age, my son has to get married. Right? The thing what you have to understand is that you have to have a frank conversation with your mother or father saying that I'm 25 now. If I marry now, I can't take care of the responsibility of the girl who's coming in, and have that discussion with your parents. If they're still forcing, be happy that whichever girl you're loving, your parents are agreeing to get married, marry that, and you both figure out how to settle down in career or life. You should be happy. Your parents are telling, go marry. Most people tell me, oh, I can't marry the girl who I love, or I can't marry the girl who I'm hanging around with. Right? So what you have to do is The other thing is,
Yeah, but I think that is a family pressure, sir.
yeah, so marry. What is the problem? Why are you taking it as a pressure? If you think that marrying, you're loving the girl, everything is fine, your parents are also okay, marry, and then you both come together and build up your career. What is the problem? You can stay with your parents until you make up your career. So, mama, I'm going to stay for some time with you after this marriage, but I need to make my career first. What you're doing is, Deepak, unnecessarily you're building a pressure onto your head. If they want you to get married, marry and tell them, okay, I will take another 2 years to settle. Until that, you have to take care of me and my wife. Your papa is okay with that?
Yeah,
Then what is the problem? Enjoy. Happy married life. Why are you worrying so
yeah,
much?
of course. But there is a one.
Finally, Deepak smiled and he understood the thing what I'm trying to say. Right? Go ahead.
Yeah, hello.
Of course.
This is Sashwat here.
And sir, second question, I have give. Hello.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hello. Hi, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Say
My
this.
second question, I have get so many company for interview, and I am working for last 3 years in a finance domain, and I switch my career in data science. And the interviewer is mostly ask the question, why you switch your career in data science if you have to work experience in a finance domain?
Yeah. So,
What is the proper answer of that to switching the career in different domain
okay, so my
after I have
question,
a experience to 3 to 4 years?
in finance, you have experience in finance?
Yeah, three to
Okay.
four years.
So, in simple ways, finance, I love numbers, right? And that's how you start because data mining is all about to do with numbers. So when you shifted, your first point is that I'm in love with numbers. But what has happened is that finance, I think I have a limited growth in finance and data mining or data mining, right? What do you say, guy? Data mining? What is that
Data
word?
science.
Data science. Okay. So if it's data science, I like to
Data science.
yeah, I like to understand more about that. And the thing was that I see a lot of future in data science, and that is where I think I can make a better career, and that is where I need to be more. I'll be more useful to the world rather than me sitting in finance behind that book and doing accounts and all that financial things. What you have to do is that is show them the value of data science to them. So repeat to them as to why data science is valuable for me and how me going for database is valuable for you. Because I am doing data science, it is good for you. You show them that. Right? Not that, oh, this question, I
Okay.
don't know what to do. And work it up from
Yeah.
that. Did that make sense? Or else you left your finance job or not yet?
Yes.
You left your finance job?
What?
Did,
No,
did
sir.
you you didn't leave your finance job? Okay, don't leave your finance job. Work, relax, save the money, get married. Shifting after 1 2 years, you study about data science free time. Whenever whatever your plan is, get your wife also involved in data science if you can, and then slowly both together study your data science during free time. Don't leave your existing job which you already have. So you're happily married, your
Of course.
girl is also happy, your parents is also happy. That big pressure of marriage is gone out of your head, and then you can slowly move into data science. Everyone is happy. Doubt clear?
Yeah, sir. Yeah.
All the pressure is gone from the head completely. I'm just joking, right? So okay.
Yeah, hello.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah, hello, Sashwat here.
Shashwat, yes, tell me.
Yeah, actually, in top situation, everyone advise be positive in every situation. but how to create the positive mindset there in when you are in stuck up in any tough situation?
Okay, very good question. I'm a person who will never tell you to think positive or never will tell you to be positive. This is both are negative things. Thinking positive and being positive is negative. I always tell people do what is positive. 90% of the people already know what is needed for their life. 90% of the people already know what they need to do in life. So don't waste thinking. I'll tell you a best example of thinking positive. Best example of thinking positive is you're sitting in hell and the hell is burning you, and you say, hey, everything will be okay. Think positive. Yeah, you're sitting in hell, it is burning you. No, think positive. Nothing is going to happen. Find out how to get out of hell. For that, you need to work hard. For that, you need to do stuff. For that, you need to grow. For that, you need to change. Only when you start doing that, you reach to heaven or whatever it is you need to go. Right? So the point here is that is thinking positive. I always tell people, thinking positive is a waste of time. You're just wasting your time and it's just messing up with time, right? So don't think positive. Don't try to be positive. I'm positive. Everything is fine. Everything is good. No. If something has hit you, it is not fine. There is something you need to make changes for. Make those changes. Then your life will become positive. The biggest example I tell people is that every tear which falls off out of your eyes is something life trying to teach you. If you learn that lesson, the tear will stop. If you don't learn that lesson, the different people and different situation will keep coming into your life trying to teach you the same lesson. That is, Shashwant, change. Because if you don't change, I'm going to keep hitting you until you change or until you keep thinking positive. Thinking positive will not change you. Actions will change you. So make sure you take those actions. Shashwant, did I answer your question?
Yeah. You are really uniquely you answer my question. Really happy.
Okay. All thanks to God.
Another thing is means we have tried something and will not succeed. Then how to think differently in that situation to do
Okay.
something unique.
Got it. So there's two reasons why you don't get a thing. One is you're not worth for it. The other thing is you shouldn't be taking it. Right? So one thing, first reason why you're not worth for it, because your capacity, your knowledge or your skill or your health or your finance is not supporting you to do it. If you're not worth for it, improve your worth and get it. The other thing is you should not be going for it, because as long as, let me talk about God believers, as long as you're a God believer, you tend to say, or if you're not God believer also, you always wish that my life is good. When you wish that my life is good and you keep praying my life should be good, when you keep praying I should be guided properly, you might be wishing for a Ferrari, but the universe or God knows that if you get a Ferrari, you will go rash driving because of the ego which you build up, and you're going to crash and you'll be sitting in the hospital. But you keep praying, I want a good life, you won't be given a Ferrari, maybe you'll be given a BMW. But the point here is that the concept is, am I moving from destination A to destination B? So your focus should be on the destination and not which mode you take for the destination. Because sometimes people hold on to the wrong mode and struggle and keep, no, I want Ferrari only. God, give me Ferrari. Oh, you meet with the accident, there's, this is why I was not getting Ferrari at that time. There are many people who have a lot of money, but no health. So that is the reason. If you go after something, people ask me about law of attraction also. If you attract the wrong thing in life, what can I do? It's only going to hit you and build you burden with time. Did I answer the question?
Yes, it is.
Okay. My job is done. Keep asking. It's an opportunity you get to meet me, clear all your doubts, and then leave me. Yeah, who's that?
Yeah, I have a question.
Yeah.
Yeah, my attitude is changed by person to person. Like I have many friends, my attitude and talks changed by according to their attitude. I'm not able to be same as different persons.
You shouldn't be. You should change your attitude with different people. That's a good skill you
but
have.
sometimes it feels me bad. Sometimes it feels me good.
No, that is because you are changing the attitude in a different way to the wrong person.
Yeah.
To get a child support, you need to talk like a child, play like a child. When you have your teacher, you need to be serious. When you have a brother, sister, you can put their hand on the shoulder. You have a very good skill. Don't try to kill that
Okay,
skill.
that's the good thing.
Right? It's a good thing which you have. But then what happens is that hit backs is when you become when you be like a kid in front of your mother, they'll say, hey, yaar, beta, bada ho jao, and don't get to that discussion.
Yeah.
Everyone should change according to the opposite people, because at the end of the day, you make them satisfied or you make them, but you don't change your identity. You just change for their happiness. That is the difference. I'm not changing my attitude. Now I'm talking in a very cool way with you. With my baby, I'm going to talk completely different way. Right? And that is how it actually works out with them. Right?
Yeah.
Doubt clear?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Anything else? My job is done.
I want to ask another simple one. I have a small problem. Like it's the fear of public speaking. Like if there are a lot of people in front of me, I'm like really afraid to speak in front of them. So how to overcome this kind of?
Okay, so for me, I've talked to kids, I've talked to stage, I've brought people on stage, and in 5 minutes, I did some magic, right? And they started talking on stage. Now I'll tell you how the magic is done, right? So again, Bharadwaj, this is the concept of marketing which have gone into your head, where most of the people tend to say that fear of public speaking is ranked first and second to fear of failure. Did you hear that?
No, I didn't.
You never heard that. So there is this great quote which was created by public speaking companies to get you on that. If a person can talk to one person to another person in a very clear mode, he can be a public speaker. That is my belief. Right? But what happens in public speaking is that on a longer run, people build up this fear because somewhere around they tend to think that what other people are thinking about me. That is one of the main reasons. What other people are thinking of me is stopping you from public speaking. So first thing what a person has to do is go and talk in front of a mirror. Have you ever tried that, Bharadwaj? Talking in front of a mirror?
Yeah.
Okay. Talk in front of the mirror, talk loud in front of the mirror.
Okay.
Because sometimes what happens is when you hear your own voice into your ears, you will start vibrating. Right? So first you have to talk the way I'm going to talk on stage in front of the mirror, so that you visualize as to how other people are watching you. Okay, that's point number one. Then go and talk in front of your friends, then go and talk in front of your parents, tell your mama, papa, sit here, I'm going to talk a few things about my life, and start doing that. The next thing what you got to do, if you have opportunity to go and sit in a stage, not talk. If you have an opportunity to sit on a stage where there's a big audience, go and sit. Right? Because what happens is that you visualize the audience, you get comfortable with the audience. The secret of public speaking is stage time. The more time you spend on stage, the more improvement it gives you, the more confidence it brings towards you. So what you need to do here is that now your teacher, you're a student or you're working?
I'm a student.
You're a student. So 5 minutes before teacher coming into the class, go and stand around the board or go and stand around where teachers, look at the audience. When you start looking at the audience, you will build up confidence. Right? And then slowly, bigger audience. And if you have opportunities in your college, if there's a big stage, when the big audience are sitting, go and see the side of the stage so that you're visually seeing these people. And once you see, that confidence will start coming, and then you start speaking, and that is how you build it up with time. Right? And different places of stage have a different fear level. If there's a lot of girls sitting on the right hand side, you go and talk on the right hand side, any guy will vibrate. But the secret of public speaking is if you can see every audience as your friend, anyone can be a public speaker. If you see that they are different, they are bigger or they are senior or they'll make fun of me and all that, then again, public speaking will be an issue. That's just a quick summary, right?
Yeah.
So, but then, from my knowledge, I don't know, there's a video on YouTube where they physically bring a girl and she never talked on stage. Literally, she was laughing and falling. And then she just talked then and there. I made her sit, I made her stand, I made her move in different locations of the stage, and then bang on. It's only 5 minutes.
And another question is, what are the traits we have to focus to create our influence on the society?
What is it? I didn't understand the questions from the starting point.
Yeah. What are the traits we need to focus on ourselves means to improve our influence upon society?
Don't try to work on influencing the society. You will be so great that your greatness automatically influences the society. Did that make sense?
Yes.
Don't try to influence the society. You become so great so that the greatness is seen by people and they get influenced automatically. The best example would be Dr. Abdul Kalam, right? Who has a very okay personality only, who didn't try to influence the society that much, but he gave the great message out. His action showed it all, and that is what which made Dr. Abdul Kalam Dr. Abdul Kalam. Did I answer your question?
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead. Done?
So I have a personal question. Like, are you available anytime for one-to-one conversation or?
I'm always ready. You can call me, just WhatsApp me, and you want to talk to me personally, I can give you a call, or we can have a video conference like this, just alone, no public involved.
Okay.
I'll share your number, sir. I'll share Deek number.
Yeah, my
Sure.
See, my point is to clear all your doubts so that you know how to fly and then forget me after that, right? Because there's many small doubts which is all bothering everyone, and you don't get the answers, you will end up depression because you're not getting those answers at the end of the day. Right? Whose photo is behind your screen?
That's my grandfather.
That's your grandfather. Okay, great. Okay, go ahead. I've done my job.
Hi sir. Hi sir. I have some question. If I have some idea to start a business and with me no have anything, then how can I start with the only one, and how can we execute that business plan, and what is the
Deepak, hold on. First of all, marriage. You marry. Okay. Second part is, because if you don't marry, all your pressure will come. Even whatever business you start, you'll flop. Now you got to choose data science or business. Don't try to put your hand in. Already you have pressure of marriage. After marriage, you'll have your wife pressure also coming. You'll have data science pressure also coming. You'll have your finance pressure also going on. With that, if you put on business, everything will fall apart. Right? That is point number one. What you need to do is that you have a job which is paying you, take that money, save it. So take that money. If you can save 50%, save that 50% for the next 2, 3, 5 years. Maybe a kid might also come in the story. If the kid comes in, you can't save the old 50% after 5 years. You save 20%. After you save all that money, then you start your business with the half your savings. So whatever you have saved, 50-50, now you'll get married in 1 month's time, right? Okay. That is what your parents are pushing. So 1 month we'll see a marriage certificate, marriage invitation coming for all of us, right? So once we see that, after the marriage happens, after that you save your money for the next 5 years, and then whatever you have saved, take 50% of it, and then think of an idea, maybe data science or whatever plans you have, build it up from there, right? And that is how you make it up. Because right now, with all this pressure, business is a bad idea for you. But then, if you say, okay, data science, I'm dropping, I'm thinking of some other business, then I'll say, okay, start studying about business, start working out. But data science, you have to put your leg into, go in depth and find out more about data science and then decide about it. Don't think of this one, that one, this one, that one, then all the pressure will come together. Did I answer your question? Or you got the answer which you're looking for?
Yeah, yeah, of course.
Okay, got the answer. Okay.
What, sir?
No, you got the answer which you're looking for?
Yes, sir.
Okay. If you got the answer, fine. If
Yeah,
I didn't
of
get the
course.
answer, feel free to counter me. Feel free to challenge me or whatever way you want. Right? What else? Anything else? No more questions? Jared, I won the battle now in 1 hour, 10 minutes. Great. So yeah. So that's it. I think Vivek, I think everyone is quiet and silent. So I think they've all got their answer now. After that, now they're going to start flying with it. I think only Bharadwaj is left with some other things which he wants to discuss with me personally, which I'll take him later. Anything else? What about your question about career? We didn't talk anything about career here. No, I think initially we did talk about it. But yeah, so I think for everything there is a time.
Yes, career is all related to all these things. If we get all answers,
yes,
everything is
that's the people. See, that's the biggest understanding people don't. They run after the career. They run after this money. But
like what we can see into the right now youngsters. So like they're mostly focused to get into the job. So their mind is diverted 50% to the job and 50% to the learning.
No, focus, you see, focus on job is good. I'm not saying no. But they're running away from that past onto this job. That's where the problem is. Right? Now, I know many kids, sir, I want to go foreign. What am I supposed to do? I said, why are you going on foreign? Oh, I don't like the Indian stuffs. Oh, you're running away from India. Okay. Oh, the problem is India. Okay. So, India or the people of India? People of India, my relatives. Oh, what if you, that same type of people end up in foreign? What are you going to do then? Like that also people will come, huh? I said, yeah, maybe if you didn't learn the lesson from India, you run away from foreign, it's not going to give you that lesson at the end of the day, right? So everyone is constantly running. Everyone is constantly trying to do something or the other which they're not supposed to do, and they keep doing it, thinking that it will give them true satisfaction. But true satisfaction is only in that 4 or 5 problem, and getting those answers gives them that positivity. But no, I want to hold on to the fire. No, and you get depressed. And you get various other things, and you build it up. And then people go and do something funny, stupid, and some people, at the end of the day, I always tell, no one should die a guilty death. Most of the people in this world die of a guilty death. I could have done this, I could have done that, I wish I could have done this. But the biggest problem is with the current generation is, parents will build up the guilt and put that pressure on the children to be what they want to be. I didn't become an engineer, I will make my son an engineer. I will prove the uncles and the aunties that I will make my son and make an engineer. Yeah, poor kid. And the cycle will go. He wants to be a data science guy. And his son will be proved, oh, you become data science. And that guy wants to be an engineer. And the whole cycle is going like that. Both are unhappy, the whole family is dissatisfied. Right? And that is how it is at the end of the day. That's it. My job is done. I hope. Vivek, you're happy? You guys, Bharadwaj, all good? I've answered all your questions. Hemant?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so then.
Yes, I'm happy. My motive is done to get some people and get the answers.
Sorry, what did Deepak say? Motivation? What did Deepak? Who said the long?
I said done.
Yeah. You said?
Sir, I have a question.
No, sir, I said done it. Yeah, of course, satisfied with your answer, sir.
Okay, great. Okay.
Yeah, Hemant is having questions.
Yeah, we always looking for future goals. I mean, future jobs or future dreams. We are not happy today. We are looking for tomorrow's like success and dreams. We are not happy today. We are not living in present life in happiness.
Yes. So I'm not
Yeah,
saying not to look about your future. You look about your future and work on your present and love what you're doing at present. Don't see it as I'm sacrificing all this. I'm sacrificing my friends. Like for me, I'm doing this positively. Do I think that I'm sacrificing why I'm doing? I'm doing this completely free, right? As you guys know, I'm just doing back of the community. Am I thinking I'm sacrificing my 1 hour, 15 minutes with these 5, 6 people who have no whatever doubts about it life? I never thought of sacrifice. I'm loving what I'm doing, so I'm enjoying what I'm doing. And some people say I'm meditating also now. When you truly love what you're doing, you are meditating 24/7. That is
but I have a bad thing. One like while seeing any movies or any YouTube videos, any chilling videos, like at that time also I will think about the future. I'm not happily enjoying those movies and YouTube videos and any other stuff like friendship charts.
so here now,
Yeah.
if you're thinking about your future, do you have your future written?
Uh,
Do you have a
like
written plan about your future?
no.
Okay, so start writing, put it next to the TV. So whenever you think about your future, oh, my goal, tomorrow I'm going to do this, day after tomorrow, my final goal is to be that. That's where you're thinking. When you don't have it written, only your mind will start thinking. Start writing your future goal, you're done.
Yeah, like I have ideas in my mind.
Write it down.
Okay.
Write it down. Get the ideas out of your head onto paper. Let your eyes see it. Let your ears hear it. What you do is you everyone wants to like think I will do this, I will do that. Write down what you want to do. What's my next plan? What I'm going to do tomorrow for this. Then when you watch the movie, whenever you have doubt, open it in your mobile. Oh, I have to do this. Okay, no more thinking. Actions is what stops thinking. The day you start taking actions, the thinking has to stop with time. That is what I have understood with my life.
Yeah, I just want to add something. So,
what I tell people is life is very simple. Don't complicate. Whatever I told you, you already know. I didn't tell anything new to you people. And whatever I told you is about your life only. And life is so very simple and so very easy. But people want complicated solutions and people want to hold on to fire. These are the two main reasons why. And as Bharadwaj says, main reason why.
Yes, that thing also I am facing now. Like I said, like we'll think from others, like we need to achieve something like that. Then we are not nowadays like we are not happy what we are doing. We always comparing with others. That I know. I no need to comparing with others. I need to compare with myself. Like yesterday to today.
Yeah.
Then again my thoughts and my mind goes to that way. Again I come back and again my thoughts will go.
Because you know why? People get entertainment from other people's news. Right? Why do you say you like watching movies? Other people's information. And that too, fake information. Movies so complete fake only. Right? So every time you watch a movie, you watch which type of movie? Horror, thrill, emotional, romantic?
Any type of movie.
Any type of movie. So what
movie rules in YouTube.
Mix masala of all the information into your head unnecessarily. Bharadwaj is very lucky from that point of view. I don't watch movies. Right? Even I don't watch movies. Because if I see a lot of killing, automatically my mind will start thinking of killing. If I see a lot of horror, I'm telling you, you will build a fear with time. If you watch a lot of, fights or, whatever it is, you're driven. Like, for example, a son is shouting back at the father, a son shouting back at the father, a son shouting at the father. That's what you see. Your father will come. 90% by default, autopilot, you're going to shout back to your father. It's not your fault, but you're going to do it. So see good movies. If you are into the IT side of things, watch the IT movies, like the Steve Jobs movie. Or if you are into McDonald's, the McDonald's guys movie. See movies which gives me growth, not entertainment.
Okay, sir.
Right? Because if see, why do people watch news? You know, the best part is, why do people watch world news? Just purely for time pass, want to knowing about what is happening in the world.
Right.
Yeah, you are sitting in Delhi or Hyderabad. Know about Hyderabad. I'm not saying not to know about Hyderabad. But what happens in US has nothing to do with you. You're just putting the crap into your head and thinking.
Yeah, I have faced another problem also in LinkedIn. Like I have 500 plus connections. In that, I think most of them posted like I lose my job, I lost my job because of these COVID things.
Simple. Unfollow, unconnect all of them. Because I have talked to the girl for like 1 month ago. She was saying no vacancy in COVID situation. All her friends are saying you're wasting your time. All her friends were saying you're never ever going to get a job. I told them, first disconnect with your friends. Think that you are the best person for this job. Think that the company needs for you to get you. And she went for it and she got the job. I have only one reference of what happened, because similar this way, another kid wanted me to do a talk on job interview. So if you guys are really want to know more about job interview, I talk about how you're to stay, how you're going to stand, how do you got to talk. There is a similar video like this, which I've done maybe 4-5 days ago, I think. So have a look at that also. It'll give you a lot of insights about how to get the interview through. Right? So unfriend. I always tell people in Facebook, you have friends sharing trash, unfriend them. Right? If you have not unfollow them, don't unfriend them, but unfollow them. You're not forced to follow anyone who's sharing trash. If there is a political fight going on, they're sharing and supporting one side of it, unfollow. If if Sushant Singh's news, which is really emotional, unfollow those friends. You're not forced. So what I tell people is stand guard onto your 5 senses as a watchman. So what is going into my eyes is good or bad. Bad, change the channel. If you're watching a movie, you see a girl being raped, would you watch it or would you change it? It is your choice. Right? No, I will see. Oh, the girl is getting stripped. Oh, what a scene. Oh, how did she act? Oh, you go on that emotional bond. So that's the energy which you're giving out. Right? So that what happens there, slowly in your mind, you begin to disrespect women. Now people ask me why there is so much wrong happening against women. Half the time you're seeing that only on TV. Obviously your mind will end up doing that also, because that is all you know. You don't see to love women. You don't see to respect women. You don't see to give the care and attention and the equality to women. You don't see that on TV. Then how can your mind think the opposite? Half the time you're seeing harassing ladies. How can you think out of opposite of it? You can't. Because what the mind thinks is from your 5 senses. And it only knows through your 5 senses. Your mind can't think anything new. Your mind can only think what it already knows. So make sure your mind only takes in positive things. So the mind only thinks positively. If this is done, 70% of the world's problem will be solved, but no one can do it. Because you know why? People want entertainment, right? People want to have fun. People want to get entertained when other people are crying. Because you know why? They feel good. My life is not this bad. Oh, my life is somewhat better than these people. So people are finding self-satisfaction in other people's suffering. But then when life really starts begin to hit you, then you will scratch your head, why my life is so bad. Am I talking sense? Am I making sense?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, the problem is I go on talking until you people tell me stop or go on with it, right? What's this question from here? Okay, let's take a question from Atisho. Sir, can you please help me? How do I stay self-motivated these days with online classes? That is because teachers are not really checking on us. If you are not a good student, No teacher can help you to grow. So first be a good student, and why you're doing what you're doing. Yes, Ashutosh, I'm taking a question. You need, I think he wrote four times. So my question is that, do you know why you're studying? Do you know what's in it for me to study? If teacher's not looking to, it's like, sir, do I copy in an exam or do I just write what I know? If you copy, you are short term with that. When final time the interview question will come, you can't answer, you lose the job, then you will learn, and the next interview will come. If you don't copy, if you learn, it is your best. A good student, location doesn't matter, teacher doesn't matter, if you're India or foreign doesn't matter. A student, if he starts studying, the right teacher will come in front of them. But first, be the good student, not the other way around. Right? So find out why you want to study and work it around that, and we will do it from there. Any other questions, guys? Because I will go on talking until the questions comes or until Vivek says, "Sir, stop," I'll stop. That's how I do. Most of my session goes on until people ask me questions. Maximum I've talked, I think, for 5 hours. Minimum I've talked for half an hour, 1 hour. So I just go on until the questions come, or people say, "I have no more doubts in my life. I'm done. I'm never ever going to come back to me because I've got all the answers which I'm looking for." Right? Go ahead. Anything else? Oh, my job is done. I think my job is done.
So I just want to deliver something.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so as I was experiencing this thing since a week. So like if you make your plan for tomorrow. So right now I'm having a diary where I'm having a whole plan for tomorrow, starting from morning 9 to late night 10, all busy. Even you won't get a chance to get and scroll up Facebook or Instagram. You'll get sleep at night.
So what happens is I'll just add on to Vivek, right? So when you properly write down your plan for tomorrow, automatically when you wake up, you know what you're supposed to do. Whereas half the time you're going to wake up, today what I'm going to do? Oh, today is Sunday, no? Okay, let me just go chill. But when you have a written one day night before, automatically you wake on time. You don't need an alarm clock.
Even like every morning 9 o'clock, I used to have some stuff to work with some people. Exact 8:30, I woke up, I fresh up, I take my breakfast, I sit at 9. And it goes like that. And you won't come to know like when your days go spent with a good kind of knowledge that you're working. Even like some of the time people stuck with some of the things, some of the quotes or some of the part. Like Deepak have said, like I want to get into finance, but he's not clear. Like for experienced people, this every domain is really good. So if you want to get into data science after finance after 3 years, just look out why you want to get into data science and how data science or machine learning can help out your finance domain. If you figure it out, then you are good to go ahead with a good company with a good package. But you're not figuring out that. So see how in finance, whatever thing you are doing in your company since last 3 years, can you automate that with the help of machine learning? Can you give some more insights to your organization? If you success to give that, believe me, you're going to get an even good 80% to 90% hike. People are not thinking in that manner. They just want to learn, they just want to go, but they don't know whether data science is their cup of tea or not. You have to work hard. People don't want to work hard. Even when I started, I used to spend 8 hours on 8 lines of codes. But now students want the answer in just 8 minutes, which is impossible. You can get the answer, but in upcoming time, you will stuck again, which is of no use.
Okay, there's a great question, Vivek, from here. I think this is one, we'll pick this question. How can I figure out my strength and weakness? Okay, let me talk about strength and weakness here. Only work on your strengths, full stop. You should only work on your weakness if it is an obstacle to your growth. Only work on your weakness if it is an obstacle to your growth. If it's not an obstacle, don't waste. If you're not ever going to talk English in your hometown and whichever job or your future, whoever you get married to only talks your local language, you don't need to learn English just because your friend is learning English or because English is a good language to learn. So that is one. How to find your strength and weakness is you look into yourself, what people are telling you, what people are talking about you, or what you yourself know about you, Start experimenting various things. Take different actions. Take different risks. Only when you take actions, you will know what your strength is, rather than thinking about your strength. For example, you think that I can do it. Go try it. If you can do it, that is your strength. If you can't do it, move on to find something else which you can do. And when you start taking actions, automatically you will know what you're good at and what you know. Only if you run, only you will know if you're good at running. You can't just stand there and think that, hey, can I run? Is running my strength? Go run. Then you will know running is strength or not. And that is how you got to understand that. I hope, Clement, I have answered your question with that. Don't ask me one question, how I'm answering the question. Everything else you can ask me from birth to death. That's what I tell people, right? I think our job is done for today. Everyone is pin drop silence.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's good. Vivek, you want to close it, or you want me to close it, or what's happening tomorrow? Yeah. So tomorrow, guys, just whoever's here, whoever has my group of people, whoever is here, I do these shows on a daily basis. So every Sunday, this is a video conference where different people have an opportunity to conference with me live, and it gets transferred. All you people, whichever form you are, the world is seeing you, right? That's point number one. Second thing is, tomorrow is the Ask Deek show, which is similar on Instagram, Facebook, where whatever questions you ask me, I'm directly going to reply to it then and there. Then you have the Call Me Deek show and the Theme Deek show, which happens Wednesday and Thursday, which is calling me, I call you with your personal problems live. And the other one is the Theme Deek, where we pick a theme. I think this time's theme, which happens on Wednesday, is about how to deal with parents. That's the theme which was selected by people. And then, yeah, that's it. 4 shows every day. So if you want to know more about it, let me know. And yeah, and Vivek, whatever you want to say, feel free to conclude it.
No, I think
Vivek is thinking of doing this on a weekly basis or a monthly basis, because he's getting a lot of requests. Or maybe we might any of this empty days which I have, and keep doing this show on a regular basis. So once people get answers, I'm telling you, depression is nowhere close to them, right? Once people get these doubts which they're looking for, the positive will start coming into their life. But the point is most of the motivation has moved into marketing. Most of the motivations have moved into business. So for true value, is people getting, I don't know. It's like, right now, I'm not against motivation. You need motivation. It's a good thing. But at the end of the day, right now, motivation is all moved into a business field of things. Everyone is here to make money. And yes, let them do that. People need it. But make sure you don't get misused in the process, right? So that's my only concern. And yeah, and whichever way you want to connect with me, It's your call. It's your will. Figure out ways to connect with me, and you can have a talk with me, right? Yeah, Vivek, I'll hand it over to you.
Yeah, so thanks to these people, if they didn't join, the show doesn't go this way. So, to come and just clearing your all doubts. So, I'll just share. You guys can ping me up if you want sir's personal number. I can forward it. You just clear your all doubts from your personal way, from your anything. Okay, my doubts are all clear about my life, so I'm having a motive of my life and just helping out people and just figuring out their doubts and just coming up with such kind of shows again and again. So yeah, I guess it's perfect. So it's good to go, sir. You just ping me, guys. If you need your personal number, I can share you that. Even sir, you can share me the group link. Life is all positive. I can send to these people. They can also get some good messages early in the morning.
Yeah, so there's this 3 groups which I have, right? One is the Life is All Positive group on WhatsApp. It's around 13,000 people now, 2,500 people now, where early morning we send around 10 to 15 positive messages. So early morning, 7 o'clock, you will have a couple of messages coming in. It's worldwide messages and my messages. Then there's a similar group in completely Hindi, same format, same rules apply. It's completely Hindi language only. And then you have my personal group, which is purely my content, my messages, and work it up from there, right? So yeah, Vivek, you already have a request from Saeed how to be a part of this show. Yeah, I think maybe he has my number, so you can message me. Perfect. So all good. Yeah. Thank you, everyone. It is a pleasure. And whatever you have learned,
thank you, guys.
Thank you, sir.
And whatever you've learned from this show, make sure you share it with the world in my name or your name. Doesn't make any difference. Whatever you have learned, share it to the world. In your name also, doesn't matter. If you like something, put your name underneath and send. My objective is this positivity spread in the best possible way, and I'll keep doing it till I can do it, until I can talk and to the rest of my life, right? Thank you, everyone. Thank you for all the viewers on that Instagram. I'm going to come back to you. So Vivek, I will sign off. I'm going to sign off from Facebook, YouTube. We are signing off. You guys can stay in. So just a second. So thank you, everyone.